Hello everyone, this is Corsair Mac, one of the wellness professionals here at Elgin Community College. And today we're going to go over a brief overview of depression. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Right, so ultimately, what is depression? So depression, think of it as an upgraded version of sadness. And that upgraded version of sadness is going to get in the way of you living a normal life or get in the way of your normal level of functioning. So, for example, if you normally get out of bed at around 6 or 7 o'clock, depression would cause you to just stay in bed way past then. Or if you're more used to taking care of yourself and taking care of your hygiene, if you're feeling depressed, you won't feel motivated to take care of yourself or take care of your hygiene. Right? Also, if you like, say, if you're interested in playing video games or going mini golfing or hanging out with friends, if you're depressed, you will lose interest in those things that you used to find pleasurable. Right? And also, there's a whole bunch of different symptoms that comes with it as well. But ultimately, depression stops you from doing those things because when you're depressed, you feel slow or lethargic, you'll feel heavy, and you will feel less motivated to do things. And even with that, it could affect your appetite. You could overeat or undereat if you feel depressed. Right? Just like I mentioned, it could affect your sleep. You can sleep more than normal or less than normal when you're feeling depressed. Also, you feel a sense of sadness for most of the day, a sense of guilt, a sense of worthlessness. And even some people who are depressed even think about suicide as well. So that's what one person would be feeling if they're in that depressive state. So ultimately, how do we get out of that depressive state? So thankfully, the main enemy of depression is getting busy and doing something, right? Because when we're in that depressive state, we won't want to do anything. So getting busy and doing something will help us get out of that depressive state. But ultimately, though, we can't just do anything unless that's something you want to do or choose to do, then that's 100% fine. But we have to be really intentional of doing things to help us get out of that depressive state, right? So, for example, if you're not taking care of yourself, simply just go take a shower. Even if you just have to go in there and turn the water and just let the water hit you, you're in there. And that's going to cause a check mark to go off in your brain. Or let's say you overeat, you look at getting that next thing of food, but you decide to put it back in the fridge. Boom, that's a check mark that goes off in your brain also. So these check marks are going to start what we like to call a snowball effect. Because if you can do this thing, you can do this thing. And if you can do this thing, you can do this thing. If you can do this thing, you can do this thing. And ultimately, those things will get bigger until you get back to your normal level of functioning, whatever that is. Right? And ultimately, some people say, well, what if I really, really, really don't feel like doing anything? What if my depression is really that bad? Then there's one technique that we can do to help out with that. So that technique is do the smallest thing possible. Right? So for example, like I talk with a lot of students here about, the smallest thing possible is intentional. It's so easy, a baby can do it. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you're in your bed and you are struggling to get out. What's the smallest thing possible you can do? Right? The smallest thing possible you can do is open your eyes. And that's it. Check mark. All right, so then what's the next smallest thing possible you can do? Slowly move your arm up. All right, done. Check mark. Next smallest thing possible, continue moving your arm up by a little bit. Check mark. Right, then you continue moving your arm up and checking those marks until, boom, your arm is out of the blanket. Right, and we do that until we eventually get out of the bed. So your brain's going to do one of two things. It's either going to say, A, okay, this smallest thing possible I can manage. It's not a lot of effort at all, and I'm able to do it. Or your brain's just going to say, all right, just get out of bed, and you'll just get out of the bed. Either way, you're out of the bed. And like I mentioned, we do that intentionally because A, your brain's going to get frustrated and just say, okay, just get out of bed. Or B, your brain's going to like it and say, okay, I can handle these really small steps. That's something that I can do. Right? And ultimately, that is the brief overview of depression. So if you made it to this part of the video, then that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you're interested in scheduling an appointment with the Wellness Department, you can either give us a call at 847-214-7390. You can email us at studentwellness@elgin.edu, or you can go through AccessECC to schedule an appointment online. And this is for our community college students. that go to ECC. All right, again, thank you guys and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.